Good evening, everybody. I am JP the Outlaw, here to give you my NXT review for September the 20th, 2017. Forgive me. Pretty good show. Pretty good show to start it off. I am firmly behind what they're doing with Adam Cole and his new faction. The fact that they put on a 5-star match with Tyler Bate and Trent Seven shows me the amount of faith that they have in Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, and Adam Cole. But we'll talk about that later in the show. They start off the show with Johnny Gargano and Santino Morelli, or whoever the hell he is, basically the partner from Riddick Moss from last week. Of course, the match was a decent match. Great wrestling inside the ring. Johnny Gargano's a pretty great performer, and Sano Martino didn't do bad himself. So, couple of big spots for this guy. I like the push that they're getting. Lord knows NXT needs tag team. I would rather see them go up against a tag team, but it is what it is. Where the hell is Heavy Machinery? Moving on. William Regal and Roderick Strong are basically, Roderick Strong walks into William Regal's office, asks for a title shot for the NXT Championship. Of course, William Regal grants the title shot opportunity to Roderick Strong since he's the last one there that they've been booking somewhat decent. He grants it to him. He'll give him a title shot in 2 weeks to come. So you'll have Drew Galloway versus Roderick Strong in the next 2 weeks. Video package for... Forgive me, I wrote that wrong. DeVille, the MMA chick, the one that thinks she's tough, but she's not tough. Square up or glove up or square up. Video package for her. And they're basically hyping her for the women's. I think they're doing a tournament. I really couldn't make out what type of time, what they had going on. I joined the show at the last minute. But I think they're building up for a tournament. You also got another video package from a few other women. Dakota Kai from the Mae Young Classic is also in this women's gauntlet or women's tournament style matchup that they're having for the vacant NXT Women's Championship. Lacey Evans versus Bianca Belair. And these two women, before the Mae Young Classic, had nothing behind them. Had nothing going for them. They was pretty much green as baby shit. Now, since they came back to NXT as their, up and coming prospects, you can see the difference in both women. You can see the improvements in the ring in both women. Also, the improvements in selling. I give most of it to Bianca Belair. She took a slap or a little bit of a bump in this match, and it really looked like it hurted. I mean, it didn't look like she hit her hard, but as she took the slap, she hit the ground pretty hard and kind of jerked her neck, and she got that long hair, so it could have messed up a little bit. That's what you get for whipping people with the shit. Anyway, I want to talk about this, what they're doing with Alistair Black and the Velveteen Dream. Now, Velveteen Dream in the past week came out and said that, he has his sights on a new prospect that he wants to take a look at and try to mold him into his own image. Now, if you would have told me last week that you were going to go with Alistair Black for this idea, I would have shot you. Because I feel as though his character does not need to be nowhere near a Velveteen Dream. Velveteen Dream should be fighting a No Way Jose or a Owe Lorcan compared to a Alistair Black who's clearly cut from a different cloth. Okay? This segment, I would prefer, because you kept him quiet for so long, I would have preferred you let Alistair Black have this whole segment to himself, explaining his tattoos as battle scars via his whole career, 15-year career getting to the WWE. I would have preferred that. Yet instead you had Velveteen Dream come out with a shoot promo, well, not even a shoot promo, just a regular promo on the accolades of Aaron Black, on how these scars has not really proven anything to anybody. You know, you hide behind these scars. You're hiding the fact that you're alone and you're afraid of the light or some bullshit like that. At the end of the day, just imagine Goldust from 95. Not this modern day Goldust. 95 Goldust. That type of level of please do not touch me type creepy. At the end of this, Alistair Black kicks the hand of Velveteen Dream. Velveteen Dream reacts in pain. Alistair Black goes into his Indian style sit like he always does. And the Velveteen Dream drops to his knees like a hooker in a striptease and literally crawls his way out the back of the ring. Now, again, shenanigans like this should not be nowhere near Alistair Black, especially if you're building him, especially if you're making him that next number one contender for your NXT championship. I feel as though he should be in some type of package with somebody that's a little higher up on the card. You know, I wouldn't have mind to see him in a brief little feud with a Roderick Strong or a Drew Galloway, you know, which is also, you know, Drew McIntyre. You know, I wouldn't mind that. That's the NXT champion. You know, somebody better than Velveteen Dream. But again, who else do you have? He's beaten damn near everybody. Everybody except Adam Cole. And he beat Hideo Itami. There you go. Next video package was Dakota Kai. We talked about that earlier. I'll have more information by this weekend's show on what they're honestly doing with the NXT Women's Championship. Right now, I caught the tail end of it. I would give more, but we'll talk about it again on this weekend show. Lars Sullivan versus No Way Jose. Quick match. Lars beats him with starts off the match with a headbutt and finishes him off with a running power slam. So, yeah, No Way Jose, to be honest with you, you know, NXT is his level. I don't see No Way Jose being moved up and being used predominantly. I mean, yeah, anybody can go out there and do a song and dance for fucking years. Look at the Funkadactyls. Look at the Funkadactyls. Prime example. Freaking, you had Naomi buried inside of a fucked up gimmick with the Funkadactyls. She comes out of that gimmick and is now a freaking star because y'all let her do what she wanted to do. Prime example. You know, I think No Way Jose isn't, you know, a caliber of Naomi as far as getting a push and all that other good stuff after it's all said and done. But a character change will be needed for him to move up to the main roster. And to our main event, Tyler Bate, Trent Seven versus the Undisputed Era. And I have yet to see any of these shirts on any of these men, any of these, hashtags or monikers, or even something going across their Tigertron as they walk out to the ring. So I don't know who made this freaking, Undisputed Era up. I don't know where it's coming from. Again, I have yet to see it. Maybe they did see it. If somebody's seen it tonight, somebody tell me something. I didn't see anything. I watched it twice. I watched the highlights twice just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Because the highlights normally give you a little bit more to match. Towards the tail end anyway. But this was a great match. A lot of back and forth action. I would have saved something like this for a TakeOver pay-per-view. I think it would have did better, especially with Tyler Bate and Trent Seven. The reaction them UK guys get is way beyond expectations as far as cross-branding. You get what I'm saying? Because the UK guys should be having their own brand pretty soon, and then you got the NXT guys. So I didn't expect Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish to take another loss this quickly after their debut. Especially after teaming up with Adam Cole. I didn't see these guys losing. Of course, they pick up the win by Adam Cole hits the shit out of Tyler Bate on the outside, and that, me personally, that's a dream match right there. Tyler Bate versus Adam Cole. You don't even need a stipulation. Just put these two guys in the ring and let them do what they do. But yeah, great match, man. Great match. At the tail end of this match, you had Drew Galloway come out. Drew McIntyre. That's his indie name. And for all you guys who are a slave to the WWE, his name is Drew McIntyre. Now, Drew McIntyre comes out and addresses the Undisputed era. He addresses all three men, and of course, quickly these guys slide out the ring and try to walk in their way into the back. But they're met by Sanity, which Sanity, again, pummels these guys, throws them back in the ring, and pretty much a little bit of payback for the last couple of weeks since the debut of the group. So I'm curious to see what they do next week. As far as I'm concerned, or as far as I know, they don't really have much going on next week's card. A couple, like maybe a handful of matches, maybe. But yeah, very curious to see what's going on next week. Again, I am JP the Outlaw. That is my review for NXT. I will be back tomorrow with preview and predictions for No Mercy. I hope you guys will be joining me. I normally do a little Facebook Live thing, you know, a little pre-game hype before the pay-per-view. As far as like during the pre-show, we hype up the card, we go over the card. Some people get back at me, I get back at them. So if you want to be a part of that, we'll be starting that probably at like 7 o'clock, right before the kickoff show, or maybe a little bit before the kickoff show. I'll send a message out on Facebook, and I'll also upload early to give you guys a better description of what time we'll be starting that off. But yeah, I'm JP the Outlaw. I'm going to go ahead and get some rest, call it a night. You guys be safe, and I will see you or talk to you tomorrow. Peace. Outlaw out.